Y'all, I just filmed this entire video and was packing it up and hitting stop and figured out that I had paused it to take a drink of my water and never restarted it. I hate myself. Anyway, this is Katie Carney, and this is Katie Carney Stitching, and this is Flosstube number 64, take 2. As you can tell, my cough is much better than it was. I, as per usual when filming, look kind of like a hot mess. I don't know. I probably should care more, but I don't. I hope you're all well. Happy Sunday. It's been 3 weeks since I recorded. It's been a busy 3 weeks, and the state of my living space is a good indication of how busy I've been and that I had a cold. So last weekend, Mark and I went to Philly Friday night. I took a half day and stayed until I got home at 1 o'clock in the morning, I guess technically Sunday. We saw a beautiful piano recital Friday night. The guy had 4 encores. 4. He didn't know when to go home, and I was so cold because last week in Philadelphia it was 44 degrees with 25-mile-an-hour winds, and it didn't stop raining the entire time we were there. I got sprayed by a car with water. The water went through it rained so much that waiting for the piano player Friday night to start, I ordered a new raincoat because my $20 one from Walmart, it lost the war. It rained right through my raincoat. We had so much fun though. So, I think that the worst situations weather-wise can also be like the best. We laughed and it was just a great couple days. And then Sunday was Mother's Day, so I took my grandmother Fra and her bestie to the casino where they lost some money and we had a very nice lunch. So I didn't get much stitching done, but that's life and people are more important. So we had a great weekend. I love when I get to be with Fra, so it was great. And then this week, yesterday, Mark and I went to Philly again to see the orchestra, and they are always wonderful. So we have 2 more shows, although I think next week might be just an organ recital. I don't remember. We sat in our old seats last night, our pre-COVID seats, and the usher who always sat us, he's like, "You abandoned me," and I'm like, "You remember me." So it was good to be remembered, I think. We had a beautiful dinner, and then today I went to Mass. I was supposed to have a meeting at my work, but like a personal meeting with one of the nuns, and I got there and she was called away, so I got stood up by a nun today. Words I never thought I'd say. But yeah, here we are. So things have been good. We had the May crowning at work, which is when Mary is literally crowned with a crown of flowers. And if you are a Catholic school kid, which I was not, but if you are, usually one of the kids getting their first Holy Communion crowns Mary. If you work at a convent, the oldest nun crowns Mary. Well, the oldest one who is celebrating a jubilee, which they celebrate every 5 years. So one of the nuns has been a nun for 80 years. I can't imagine being 80, let alone being 100 and being a nun for that long. So she crowned Mary, and it was beautiful. Mary is, the Mary statue that we have is beautiful. She's probably about 5 feet, so they put her on the floor. Well, this nun is like 5'1". She was only this much taller than Mary. So she just barely got the crown on her. And I cantored, so I sang, for the first time in public ever. Somebody overheard me singing at a mass and was like, "Hey, you can sing." And I was like, "Ah." So I was red up to here. When I blush, it goes up, 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 up. And then my cheeks were red all night long. But it was wonderful, and I'm so lucky to work there. And I think that's all I've got for life updates in the last couple weeks. I do have a big finish to show you, and that is Frogwarts Year 1 by the Black Needle Society. I told you guys in my last video I was planning to work on this till it was done. I was pretty close. So there it is. So this is year 1. I'm using a 32 count parchment with the DMC conversion, and this is housed in this beautiful bag that my friend Michelle made me. And I cut this off the scroll rod. It's not quite straight, but that's okay. Here it is. You see that? Yeah. So for the lettering, I chose to do the backstitch letters. They were easy. They only took about 30 minutes. If I left out a word, don't tell me. So the last time you guys saw this, I needed to do a lot. I really need one of those boards. I needed to do a lot of the bottom border, all of the letters, and then I had just started these guys. So the next thing I did was I finished those heads, and then I did the letters. And then I did the mirror, and I loved working on that mirror. I loved it. I was really excited as I was finishing it up to say, I don't have any mistakes in this, but I do. There is 2 rows here, and I accidentally added an extra one right there. For the mirror itself, I wish that I would have thought to make it tent stitch. I just think that it would have looked nicer. So, oh, there it is. It's just beautiful. I love the mirror. I loved working on that mirror. So then the last thing I had to do was that bottom border, which took a night or 2. So there it is. I am going to turn this into a drum. I don't know how my drum is going to look, but we'll see. I did watch Vanna's tutorial. I am planning to make a drum with just fabric first, and we'll see. I am planning to start year 2 on Harry Potter's birthday, which is July 30th, July 31st, one or the other. So I have time. I'm pulling it out of the plastic so you can see it with less of a glare. So there's year 2. Not really less of a glare, but that snake is going to take me forever. I'm trying to decide because I usually start, so the snake, the snake is on the right side. Normally I start on the left, but I'm tempted to do the snake first and get it over with. We'll see. That is a future Katie decision. And like I said, I used the called for DMC, and I will continue to use the called for DMC. I'm going to leave what I have on the floss ring and go through and see what colors. I'm sure there is a lot that need added for next year. So DMC conversion, 32 count, Lugana, done. So of my, let's see. So this is my pre-2022 whips from my whip parade. And what I have left now is May, which is a knitting project, Coming to America, which is a Mayflower, Welcome to Hogwarts, which you'll see soon, but that's by Country Magic Stitch, Consider the Lilies, which you'll also see soon, Spirit of Christmas by Lavender and Lace, Glitter Village, which I might be abandoning, and Celtic Autumn, which is also by Lavender and Lace. So that's 6 pre-2020 whips. I started with 13. My goal was to get under 10, and that would have worked really, really well, except your girl has startitis. So with the addition of those 6, none of which are done, I'm still at 13. We'll see where I am at the end of the year. So then I finished that, and the next night I was really tired after work, and it was cold, and I was still fighting my cold, and I decided to put on my floss rings the Harvest. This is by Told in a Garden, and this is a sal that Vanna and made by Michelle McGraw started, and it is the Told in a Garden sal. I think that's what it's called. And there's no start date and there's no end date. Just tag your things told in a garden, Sal, so that we can follow the hashtag. I am doing the harvest on 28 count Stony Point by Witchell using the called for DMC. Took quite a while to get this on the floss ring, but I did it one night laying in bed. The colors are beautiful, very harvesty. And then I spent one evening on this. It's 28, so it doesn't really require much counting. It's very pleasant, it's very easy to see. So I did this in hand. I'm sure I'll put it on a hoop at some point, but I actually laid in bed and did this. So there is the start. And that's just that tree in the upper corner. It's a very small start, but a start nonetheless. And the 28 count is a real joy to work on after working on 32 and 36. It's just easy. Easy is good, you know? So that is a new start. And then what's next? My small. So I never thought that I wouldn't have this done, but I don't. And that is the April sampler series from Country Cottage Needleworks. This is a sampler of the month. I have January, February, and March done, and this is April. So I'm officially behind. I am almost done this. There's a lot of days where I just don't have time to take a lunch. I just eat at my desk really fast, so I don't get to stitch. But anyway, it's really cute. Little bunnies are adorable, and the ducks. So I have to put the 2 carrot tops on. I need to add the legs and the noses on these bunnies and the mouth and just finish the border. So it should only take like an hour. So I think I'm going to do that tonight. And then instead of starting May, the person who bought the Glitter Village from me, the piece that I did, she also wants Halloween Town. I will just be doing the top part, not the bottom. But I'll do it all together, whereas mine are 3. And I'll be using 14 count Murky for that. So that I will start probably this week, actually, since I should finish that border tonight. I have to. I have a funeral tomorrow, so I should get some good stitching time in after the funeral. My next whip, I'm embarrassed to show you, but Mark and I went to Philly yesterday, and it was nice out, and I said, well, maybe I'll bring something to work on in the car. But that border, it felt like there wasn't enough to justify taking it all the way to Philly. Stupid. So I grabbed Welcome to Hogwarts. This is Country Magic Stitch. I'm doing mine using an 18 count Ada. Hang on. My sampler from April is on 16 count Ada with the DMC conversion, and the Ada was hand dyed by Vicki Clayton for Vicki Clayton's Silks, and I don't know what the color is called. It was a mystery. Okay, this is on 18 count Ada from like Walmart using the called for DMC tent stitched with 2 strands. And made by Michelle McGraw, often says that she works on these in the car because they're very easy. And I was like, using that thinker. So I didn't get much done, just a couple rows at the top. But, I mean, it's still like 200 stitches. So I just worked on that a little in the car. And you can see Hogwarts down here. So beautiful. I love this piece already. And these, I think, are going to go here with the Frogwarts drums underneath. That is like popcorn, but I think I'll be able to, I'll either hang from the molding, I'll do picture wire, or something. But can't do anything until I get this done. But I think this is a good one to start with because this one I'll put in the middle. And the other ones will go around it. So, and then my plan is, So I do consider the lilies at the beginning of the month, which you're about to see, and then I transfer to another project for the rest of the month. For the beginning of the year, it was Lady of the Flag, which is obviously done now and beautiful. And then Frogwarts was kind of like a easy, not hard piece to do after that. And so I'm going to do another like lady or person, like lavender and lace, a big one that I already have started. And then after that, this will be like the palette cleanser. So hopefully that'll be done by the end of the year. Okay, consider the lilies. I am doing this as a sal made by Michelle McGraw and Sarah K. Stitches, and the sal is a sparrow among the lilies because you could do either of them. I am doing Consider the Lilies. I will not be doing His Eyes on the Sparrow. I never really liked His Eyes on the Sparrow because I liked this was all flowers. His Eyes on the Sparrow is more animals, and that's not my thing. So there's that. I've been working on this since January 1st, 2021, and I'm hoping to have this done by December 31st, 2022, so 2 years. The pattern is 24 pages, and I am well over halfway done. The last time you saw this, I did the house, which is right here. This is on a 36 count R&R, I think it's Winter's Brew, using the called for flosses. 1/2. So this month, I worked on this. So the page stopped like right here. And so the ones that I started, I finished. But there is a large piece here that kind of lumps over 4 pages, and I just couldn't handle that. So I'll do that next month. It's a future Katie problem. Next month is a really big month of project. Next month, it's actually this dragonfly. That's what I didn't do. This big flower, and we go to like here. And then the next month will be the urn and this, and that'll be it. So it's like a big month and then 2 small months. So it's, let's see, June, July, August, September, October. So I might be done by the end of October, maybe, which would be exciting. It's good knowing there's an end in sight because I don't want to say bored with this piece, but it is really big and I'm tired of it. Like, there are so many things I want to work on, so this being done would be really good. Do you guys want to see the whole thing? I am planning to hopefully frame this myself. It is not square, so I need to measure it, which I could do because the border's done. So I think I might leave it out and measure it and see what kind of frame I'm looking at. Can you see the whole thing? She's big and beautiful. And I know it's going to go in my office above my computer, which is where it was going to go in my last job too, actually. So that is Consider the Lilies. Beautiful. So that's it for my whips, but now I wanted to go over a little bit of the thought process on how I decided what my next my big whip was gonna be. So I had 2 that I was thinking about. I had been planning to do Christmas Spirit by Lavender and Lace, but several months before Christmas Spirit, my birthday start was Celtic Autumn, but using this conversion. And this is my oldest whip. So I pulled them both out. They're both beautiful. Christmas Spirit is using a piece of 32 count natural brown linen from I think it's Zweigart. I'm sorry. And they're called for DMC. And I've got just over half of the bouquet around Santa done. So that had been this. When I'm done, I'll frame it myself, hopefully. And it's going to go where Lady of the Flag is during like November and December. Probably Thanksgiving till Little Christmas. So I do know where I want it to go, but Celtic Autumn is my oldest whip. And I would like to get that off I would like to get it done this year. So here is what I have done with Celtic Autumn. This is on a 32 count Belfast. Taupe is the color. So I have been doing the gold as it comes up. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a scroll rod, and I'm actually going to bead everything as I go. I think. I might change my mind on that. But this is going to be, I'll start working on this either tonight or tomorrow. And my plan is, where's the picture? I'm going to go down and finish this border. And then, because this border's done. And then I'm going to start the dress at the bottom and work my way up and hope she fits. Just because I want to make sure that that this part fits where it needs to. We'll see. Anyway, that's Celtic Autumn. And that's what I'm going to work on next. And actually, when I was giving you guys my Lavender and Lace Butternut Road Told in the Garden whip parade, which I need to get like a file folder for, like a big one, because right now they are all in this bag. So let me show you, whoops, spilled my water, sorry about that. I didn't spill it, I dropped it. It's got a lid. The other, I bought all of these, all 5 of them at the same time. So this is Spring by Lavender and Lace. I love the purple in this. It's funny because I did not like the purple in the autumn one. I just didn't feel like it was autumnal. So that's Spring. This is the Christmas one. I love the, that. Right there. I love it. And that dress with the gold. Oh, I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. That makes me feel like a medievally red velvet Christmas dress. And that's like my dream. I would love to wear a dress like this. Anyway, summer. I love the greens with the purples. And then this is winter, which is all in blues. Beautiful. And I would seriously like to do all of these. I love them all. And change them out with the seasons. But I got to get one done first. So we're gonna. And then I have a very little bit of haul. My first thing is actually kind of an issue. So I am doing the Country Cottage Needleworks Nutcracker series this year. I got all the fancy flosses for it, and then I was doing the monthly purchasing the pattern. And she sent me, on accident, the Fall on the Farm piece for the month. So I immediately, I opened it, I emailed right away. 5 days later, no response, emailed again. 5 days later, no response, emailed again. Have heard nothing. So I ordered from Mary's Fabrics. It was an Etsy shop, and now she seems to have an actual website. Can't get in touch with her. So what I think I'm going to do is when she sends me the invoice for the next one, I'm just not going to do it, and I will just order the rest of them on 1-2-3 Stitch next year when they're all out, and only pay shipping once. Because that's the other thing, is I'm paying shipping every month, and that's stupid, so we're not going to do that anymore. And I guess I'll just keep this, and it's a loss. It's cute, so maybe I'll do it someday. We'll see. And then I'm sure you've all heard of 1884 Stitchery. I have ordered from her once before. She does really great sales because she buys things out. And so she has a lot of vintage patterns, like $2 patterns. So I decided to look through her site for Lavender and Lace, Butternut Road, and Told in the Garden. So she had several that I didn't have. and these are them. So this is Earth Dancer by Butternut Road. This is New Baby. This is Summer Sampler. This is Ivy Wed. This is a lavender and lace. And this color fabric on here, I'm pretty sure the color I dyed to do my Nantucket Rose that I didn't use would work perfectly for this. Not that I don't know if I'll ever do this, but we have it in the collection. This is white lace. Beautiful. Look at that dress. This one I would love to start like tomorrow. This is Little Wings. I love that. Look at the green dress with all those bustles. Oh. And this is Told in a Garden, and this is Amish Pioneer. Very cute. So that's all the haul I have, which is plenty. And I've told you my plans. Celtic Autumn, finish the small, start another small, clean up the mess I've made on the floor, you know. I hope that you guys are all well. Thank you for checking in and watching with me. I hope this video was enjoyable. I want to welcome my new followers if you've made it this far. Also, I know I have a giveaway, which I will do in the next video because I forgot until just now. Welcome to my new followers. I know I found a lot of you found me through Vana. So thank you so much, Vana, for being such a gift to the community and really a gift to me personally. And I know that several of you came from Made by Michelle McGraw, so thanks Michelle for always being such a good friend. She's definitely someone that I can text about anything, and I love having friends like that. And I'm glad that she found what I said in my last video, which was funny. So go watch my last video if you haven't and see the little crack I made about Michelle. If I have not, which I probably haven't commented on your comment, know that I read them and I love them. And it's hard. Life is busy. Particularly, I'm in a busy season. It should slow down a little bit. We have 2 more shows for the orchestra, and once that show slows down, it should be a little better. Thanks for spending your Sunday afternoon with me. I hope your stitching is going well. I hope it's bringing you lots of calmness and joy, and I will talk to you in a couple weeks. Keep on keeping on. Bye.